Welcome to my home. Come inside and let me tell you my story. Now, before you turn me off, I just want you to know that listening to me for the next few minutes could change your life completely. So ask yourself this question: is it worth a few minutes of my time? Well, I can see you're intrigued. I would like to know more. That how an everyday guy like me made my fortunes. And in the next few minutes, I will share with you how I did it, and also show you how you can do the same. We are now in the room of knowledge, although others may call it a library. But I'll let you in for a little secret, and that is, I have never read any of these books. Just here for sure. But they do look good. Anyway, I'm sure they're full of knowledge and wisdom. But you don't need any of those books, because everything that you will ever need is in here. And I'm going to share it all through WASP with you. So let's get down to business. First things first. Let's talk about money. Well, I already have enough of that, so I don't want any of yours. So, you won't be needing any credit card details or thinking, where's the catch? But I do want to show you how to become unbelievably successful and improve your life in every sector. That's financial, personal, and also your well-being. So just relax and listen to my story. And I promise you that very, very soon, with my help through WASP, you will be making lifelong decisions that will change your life for the better completely. Let's make a start and tell you about me. My name is Mark Spencer, and although that hasn't always been my name, but we'll come to that at a later time. So how is it then that I am now a multi-millionaire, living in a stately home in one of the most lucrative parts of England? I have houses and boats in other parts of the world, and the usual nice cars, clothes and watches that go with that lifestyle. But yet, am I any different to you? Do I come from a family with money? Did I invent something? Or did I even have a privileged upbringing? No, no, and no again. None of that. In fact, I've had one of the worst rides of all. I was brought up in a rented house in not such a nice area, and my parents went to the pub every night of my life. And my home sometimes was somewhat violent, and it goes without saying that that violence rubbed off on me, as I too became violent in my nature. I left school without any qualifications and was in the bottom class, and I was in and out of jobs and trouble with the police. I joined the army, and not long after I came out and went straight to prison. But that was always going to happen. I've had multiple life failures and company failures. I've been a gambling addict, an alcoholic, and had serious depression 4 times. I've even contemplated suicide. I've been bussed twice, been obese and 8 stone overweight, and broken almost every bone in my body. I've had my car repossessed, my electric turned off, and even been ridiculed. I've been penniless, jobless, homeless, but worse than that, I've been hopeless. So how does that compare to you? Are we any different? The reason I tell you these things is because all of my life I've been ashamed of who I am, ashamed of my past, and others have only been too quick to remind me of that. But worst of all, I was written off by my family and branded as a black sheep, when all I ever wanted was them to be proud of me. I made my first million by the age of 27. I had a huge mansion with tennis courts and a swimming pool. But by the time I was 29, I had lost it all, including having my house repossessed. And then I ended up back where I started, in a rented house, stealing from shops to make ends meet. I have now found peace, and my faith in God helps me tremendously. And I'm now at a point in my life where I need to come out and be proud of my success and not afraid of failures. Instead of being ashamed and feeling like I don't deserve. I want to help people like you, using WASP as my voice, to grow and succeed and not fall or fail where I have. What I hold now is the magical keys to the secret of success, and I'm going to share it all with you. This is a journey that will take you beyond your wildest dreams, an adventure. And I've made this journey and crossed the sea full of obstacles many times to try to get to the mystical island of success. I have hit all of the mines. I've been shipwrecked on the rocks, and the pirates have boarded my vessel on many occasions. I now finally know where all the dangers are and how to avoid them. And that is why I am confident I can take you there too. I have learnt the secret art of self-motivation. And the greatest thing of all is I have learned how to overcome depression, anxiety, and all of the other nasty stuff that holds you back by learning the art of separating the logic from the emotion. I have also learned how to unlock the mighty power of my brain to overcome and adapt, and learn at great speed with unbelievable memory and focus intensely, where I can now speak 4 languages, read music, play instruments, and have numerous educational qualifications, and cook like a Michelin chef. I have the strength and vitality of a 35-year-old, even though I'm touching 60 and had no surgery whatsoever. And remember, I've broken almost every bone in my body. This has taken me a lifetime to learn, because I've had to find the way myself and learn like an underachiever. The power of knowledge I hold now is incredible, and some may say inconceivable. And maybe if you have seen the film Limitless, it could be akin to that, albeit on a much scaled down way. I must admit though, I do take a magical formula of vitamins that boost my brain. Aristotle once said, "Give me a boy until he's 7, and I'll give you back a man." And although that is a great quote, but until you can understand the meaning, then it's meaningless. You see, up until being 7 years of age, you have limited critical judgment, and most of your learning is sent straight to the subconscious part of the brain. In simple terms, your deep memory. If you think about it, that's when we learn almost everything we are going to learn, as in our basic needs: to walk, talk, eat, sleep, and drink. And we do most of these things without being told or shown what to do. After that, we begin our school years and start being told what to do and what to remember. And the process of using our conscious mindset, and then our critical judgment kicks in and begins to tell us we can't do certain things or even remember what we have been taught only 5 minutes ago. And this stays with us throughout our life and impedes our growth and keeps us where we are today. Most of us are just treading water and getting by. If you think for just 1 minute about your dreams, when you dream, you can fall out of a plane, be chased by a tiger, or fall into the sea. But yet you never die. And that is because you are not dreaming in a state of consciousness. And therefore, you have no critical judgment. And that is why you cannot die in a dream. Similar to being hypnotized, when you don't mind laying an egg on stage like a chicken, or even singing like an opera singer. And that's because all your inhibitions have gone, and your conscious critical judgment isn't there to tell you that you can't or it's wrong, or even what people may think about you. I can tell you that I have mastered the art of learning in a subconscious state that has no critical judgment, where I can learn at great speed with fantastic memory. And I'm going to show you how easy it is for you to do the same. Just like you learned one of the most difficult things of all before you were 7 years of age. And that is the English language. You try learning Mandarin Chinese today without a teacher, books or audio. It sounds impossible, but millions of 3- and 4-year-old Chinese kids are doing that right now. So why waste any more of your life limiting what you can do or where you can go? Success comes with knowledge. No knowledge, no success. Einstein says the definition of insanity is when you keep doing the same thing and expect to get different results. If you keep on doing what you keep on doing, you're going to keep on getting what you've always been getting. And that's a fact. Success is a magical place, full of peace and pleasure and security. It's a destination, and I call it an island. And I am taking a ship back to the island of success. But only this time, it's not for myself, no. It's for existing WASPs and all of you people out there who want to come along. I have places aboard, and you're welcome to come with me. I want you to come with me, but I can't force you. I can only invite you. It's up to you to make that choice. But you must understand, for you to come along, you are going to need to change. Now, there are 3 psychological stages to change, which is also known as a transition. And in life, we make lots of changes, some for the good and some for the bad. The first part of change is called the end, and that is where you decide to end something in order to make things better. Then comes the hardest part, the neutral zone, the middle. This is where you will need to create new habits and live with them as rituals so that they become the normal, they become part of you. But be aware, outside influences and your critical judgment will try and tear you away from this. And the last part is the beginning. And that's when change becomes part of you. And you accept that this is the new you. Someone once told me that if you want to know how to bake bread, then speak to a baker. Yet, all I see online is lots of people selling courses, from how to get rich quick to courses on NLP and leadership, when they have no experience themselves. I saw an advert in the paper once back in the day when you offered your services in the local rag or national rag, and it read simply, "Want the secret to make £10,000 in the next 3 months working from home? Send only £10 with a stamped address envelope and I will send you the secret." Wow, I thought, this is for me. So I sent the £10 and the stamped address envelope. A few days later, I received the letter back. I was so excited. And inside was a piece of paper that simply said, "Put an advert in the paper that reads, 'Want the secret to make £10,000 in the next 3 months working from home?'" Oh, I'd been had. No, I'd learned a valuable lesson. And I learned that same lesson over and over and over again over the years. And that is, there really is, and I do mean there really is, no get-rich-quick scheme, or even easy money schemes, except of course for the ones that land you in jail. It's never easy, and it's not quick, and I can't show you how to get rich quick, but I can show you how to get rich quicker, much, much quicker than you can ever do yourself. And that's not just in money, but in life too. So, what goals do I have left? Well, I was going to stay retired and do nothing, but as I will explain later in the series, that is just not feasible. And something very strange has happened to make me rethink, which everyone in the world has been affected by, and that is COVID-19. Who would have thought what mass destruction a tiny germ could bring? Governments in turmoil, millions of people unemployed, and hundreds of thousands of businesses going bust, and financial ruin for families. Up to 30,000 people in some cases applying for one job. And there's no good news on the horizon. Until now. Something has to give. Something has to change. And that change begins with us. Do not be fooled and think all this will go back to normal. Lessons have been learnt, and some things will change, such as companies allowing staff to work from home and expecting those staff to have the self-discipline to be committed. Companies won't walk the fine line anymore, allowing their businesses to work on a shoestring, because it's clear that once there's a problem like this, they won't stand the test of time. New life will start and old life will die out. Companies will be looking for the best of the best, and they know now they can be choosy. Not like before, when they had to take on just old anybody. There's going to be lots of unemployment, but also lots of opportunities for the right folk, and lots of opportunities for promotion and to grow your company, as the marketplace will be much smaller. So what about you? Where do you fit in? Are you willing to change? Are you willing to give 100%, and I do mean 100%, to your future, your employer, and above all, to yourself? If you are willing, then I will show you, with the help of all WASPs, how not to be a victim, but a victor. I will show you how to be the successful candidate for the job. or how to keep your head above water and considerably better yourself in any eventuality, be it company owner, self-employed, ambitious worker, or unemployed. Someone has to do something about all of this, and the world needs a kickstart. The reset button needs pushing right now, and get back to some old-fashioned values and motivation. Put some smiles and politeness back into our workplaces, and have pride, and be thankful of the fact that we are lucky enough to just be in work. We need some positive leadership to take us out of all this mess, and I am just the guy to take on that role. Some people will find what I have to say controversial and hard-hitting, but I do not care. We've been pussyfooting around now for too long, and someone needs to say it as it is. For the last 15 years now, the level of sales and service in our countries has dropped dramatically. Every day now when I visit shops, pubs, restaurants, or even call a company to use a service, all I ever see and hear is miserable, unprofessional people working in jobs they appear to hate, or ungrateful for having. Oh, it's just a job that pays me kind of attitude. There's no eye contact, no motivation, no smiles, all of which are free, by the way. The reason for this is we have finally got what we wanted. And what's that? And that is to do as little as possible for as much as possible. No longer is it about what can I do for you, the employer. It's more about what can you do for me? What pay do I get? What holidays do I get? What sickness or maternity benefits do I get? Me. And guess what? The company they work for goes bust. And those people just drift into another job, taking their negativity with them and having no thought for the company owners who have just lost their livelihood. Because of COVID, lots of companies who didn't have the resources to stay open have now gone, or going, as we say, belly up, bust, or foreclosed. But in my opinion, lots of that could have been avoided if they would have been successful and had decent staff, because we all know you're only as good as your staff. We all know of a restaurant or pub that's always packed, and why? Because they're good at what they do. And guess what? The staff there have got a job to go back to. To be successful in life, we have to make sure we always take care of others. If you are selfish and your attitude is still, what's in it for me? Then this is not for you. If you are willing to change, and I mean genuinely, or you are not selfish and have a great attitude towards helping others, then this is definitely for you. I can turn losers into winners, followers into leaders, the uneducated into teachers. But selfishness is something that you must lose yourself. And this is my motivation. Even the Bible says, to be the greatest amongst you, you must become the servant of all. It's time, and I really do mean it's time, to stop saying, what's in it for me? And if you can truly say that, then I can truly say that your success is guaranteed. And as a great teacher of mine once said, when you do the things in life you have to do, when you have to do them, then the day will come when you can do the things you want to do, when you want to do them. My knowledge and wisdom is all here, as is your cabin on the ship. But it's a journey that can't be made overnight, but a journey that you can begin and I can begin right now. And we all know there's no time like the present. The teachings will be straightforward and easy, and you can go as slow or as quick as you like. You can become part of an organisation, a team, a powerful force that will help each other. And you will be accredited for each part of that journey you complete. This journey is for everyone, no matter where you are in life. It has no age, gender, or status boundaries. If you are unemployed, want a better job position, or to improve your life skills considerably, then we will show you through our WASP programme how to stand out from the rest. You will even be able to upload a CV and a video presentation of your new self onto our completely free CRM system on our website. And we will be encouraging employers all over the world to search for our accredited people to be in their employ. If you as an employer, after all of this, wouldn't you want to employ someone with the skills that we have been talking about today? Even if you are retired and want to take 10 years off your age, then this is for you. Just imagine what it would be like to have these skills that you can learn at leisure with ease. You will become a WASP. Yes, a WASP, which stands for Worldwide Association for Sales and Service Professionals. And you can join for free. A first of its kind site, an ingenious organisation that aims for 10 million members worldwide with one simple goal, and that is to change the face for the better of the sales and service industry. And remember, whatever job you do, we are all in sales. As I told you in the beginning, you will need no money as the fare to come on board is completely free. The ship is called Freedom and it's boarding now and it's ready to sail to the island of success. If you want to come aboard, then please do. But I promise you, life will never be the same again. It will just get better and better. Download the app now or visit our website. All the details can be found at the bottom of the screen, and see how your life's fortunes can change, just like mine did. And remember, you don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start to be great. I'll see you on board.